had many words to say today of how this is not normal, but for our community it's been normalized. The family that just spoke, Brother Amin's family, his daughter, his children, the pain that they're in, even though as people of faith we know what is written by God is what's written, but it was avoidable. Many of the speakers talked about the peddling of Islamophobia and anti-Muslim bigotry, the way that it has been normalized. This nation had so many inflection points for change. After slavery, after Jim Crow, after the Vietnam War, after the Japanese internment, after the ICE raids in our streets today, and the constant violence of hate and bigotry that elected officials, that has been normalized also within the media as well to a certain extent. Even right now when families are still grieving, when our 3 martyrs have not been laid 6 feet under, Muslims still have to speak to their pain so that they are not seen as other, so that they are not dehumanized. We have to ask ourselves, what kind of nation do we want to be? Continue on the path of not healing from the past, in which we continue to divide, in which we continue to normalize the othering and dehumanization of those who may not practice the same faith as you, or have the same skin color as you, or speak the same language as you. These deaths are preventable, both structurally. We have questions in regards to whether or not an alert was sent to the people in this neighborhood, to the mosques, to the schools, to the churches and the synagogues, when law enforcement knew the danger that I was out there. What steps have you taken, both from a communal level, to a narrative from the media level, to accountability from elected officials who still are in positions of power, even though they peddle Islamophobia and hate and anti-Muslim bigotry, where oftentimes people look at the other way? In times that we have normalized the dehumanizations of Muslims both abroad and here as well, and where we have criminalized both the faith and the political speeches of our community. This is a moment of reckoning, a moment in which we have to ask ourselves again what kind of nation that we want to be. Because the kind of nation that I want is a nation where I don't have to hear the children of our beloved community members cry because they lost their father, because they lost their husband and their brothers and their uncles and the pillars of our community. The Islamic Center of San Diego, Sheikh Taha in this community, the school, our leaders, all the people behind me and all the people who are part of this community have been resilient, but do not mistake our reliance and strength of faith to mean that this is normal, and that we should be weathering through moments like this over and over and over again. We have to name the problem. We have to make sure that we understand that the never again doesn't just mean selectively. Humanity is not selective. Dignity should not be selective. Hate, anti-Muslim bigotry, Islamophobia, racism, xenophobia should not be normalized. We're a community in mourning. We're a community in grief. We're a community that's devastated. We're a community that's angry. We're a community that's demanding more from our elected officials, to the media and the responsibility that they have in refusing to entertain anti-Muslim bigotry, no matter where it comes from, and giving it airtime and dignifying it in a way that it shouldn't be dignified. And to my American brothers and sisters, don't wait for pain to come at your door for you to feel the pain of your neighbors, no matter what faith that they practice, no matter what religion that they're part of, and no matter what their race or their language or their ethnicity is. It's time to think about the opportunity of creating a society of belonging, not a society that keeps referring and responding to hate, to school shootings, to shootings at houses of worship. This shouldn't be the kind of nation that we want to build. And to our martyrs, Brother Amin, Abu Al-Izz, and Brother Nadir, they are in a better place and we know that. But their death was preventable. And while we remember these three individuals and their heroic acts, we must change so that we do not continue to remember those community members that should be alive today.